Hello, magical souls. How are you? Stream. So apart from the one lengthy, okay, bad connection. Apart from the lengthy 2023 energies and themes that I channeled, and it was me speaking obviously, but I was channeling. I haven't done like a regular just straight up live stream, so I just thought I'd jump back in today and continue my regular live stream. So I don't have a specific message I've planned, but I wanted to say hello first of all, and just share whatever comes through. So if you were following before Christmas, you would have known that I was doing a 365-day live stream challenge, which felt very important to do. And I pretty much stuck to it, got to day 83, and then even I wasn't feeling well for the last few days of that, but then I got to day 83, and then after that I got really kind of hit with just been wiped out with a flu and a cold, whatever it was. And yeah, I was just out for the count. And then there was Christmas and New Year, and yeah, I was still just recovering, so it completely interrupted that. But then when I tuned in, I realized, no, the job is done. The experiment, and it was an experiment to see what would happen if I just kept showing up, because I had like still working through these visibility things, and I still am. And I realized that the experiment had really just completed itself, right? So in the old days, I would have made that be a very ego thing of like, I've said to everybody I'm going to do 365 days, and if I don't, they're going to think XYZ, blah, 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 or I need to keep pushing through and do 365 days because I said. But it wasn't about that. It was about following alignment. And alignment was, and I've got something to say on that actually, as I'm talking about that. Alignment for me was do 365 days and as an experiment. And then when I got to this point of going, oh, I don't think I need to do it like this anymore, job done. So I've shifted my own experiment, so I'm just dropping that now. But what I am doing is pretty much going live daily. So my commitment is to go live pretty much daily here on Facebook, because I love to do it and I really missed when I didn't do it. But I'm not going to do kind of every single day, so it'll be more likely weekdays. I'm thinking Monday to Friday sharing something, and then weekends probably not, because I think also what I'm trying to do is yeah, really shift how I'm using the platforms and social media. And even though I want to be sharing my message, I don't want to be on here every single day. So I'm definitely looking at how I'm managing time and using social media, because I'm not here to be a slave to social media, right? And I want to make it kind of work for me in the way that feels good. So I recommend you do the same. But I just wanted the message that is coming through is alignment, because as I said that, I realized as I click live to go live just now, I did have that kind of anticipation again, and I kind of caught myself going, oh my God, I'm getting a bit nervy again to go live, because it's probably been about maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, 2-3 weeks since I properly went live, right? And yeah, because my channeled messages weren't live. Yeah, they were recorded. So I haven't been live for a few weeks, and I found myself again going into that procrastination. I did a couple of things before I jumped on here. Things that really could have waited. And I just found myself doing it. And then I caught myself, I sat down, I was like, why are you avoiding hitting the live button? You know that you love live streaming and sharing and connecting. And then I tapped into it, and it was like, oh, those nerves again around visibility. Here we go again. And I sat with it before I pressed live, and I was thinking, okay, so I've got this thing, right? It's a big thing for a lot of people, being visible, and clicking on a camera to go live. It definitely takes, if you've never done it, you may not realize it does take some energy, and something to do that, right? So I realized, okay, I still have a bit of a residual thing there. Maybe it will never go away. Maybe, I don't know. But there were some times I was going live, just most of the time I was just clicking and live streaming. But it was, we're going to have this gap, and I kind of went back into myself. I didn't feel as easy just to click live and go without thinking. So I was thinking to myself and feeling into myself around alignment. And it was like, well, it is aligned. It's aligned for you to go live today. You said you were going to go live. You plan to go live. It makes sense for your, like, what you're trying to do here is to go live. You're not pushing against your soul truth. so then I kind of got the reminder that alignment, and I've shared this before, but I think this is the message that's coming through for today, is alignment doesn't mean that it's always comfortable. And I think sometimes when we're on this journey of, you know, we get that the energetics are important, we get that we've got to tune in and follow soul and higher self and all these things I talk about regularly, but sometimes people can make it mean, oh, I don't want to do these things that are going to require my expansion because it's not aligned. Why is it not aligned? Because I feel really nervous, or it doesn't feel so good in my body. But here's the news flash: sometimes alignment doesn't feel good, doesn't always feel comfortable. So again, for me, the visibility thing, I know it was very aligned for me to start doing videos and things like 7 years ago, and does not mean it was comfortable. I mean, my palms used to sweat and my heart used to race. Like, it's nowhere near that now. I just get this kind of nervy, funny thing that kicks in sometimes, less so when I do it more regularly. So just a message to you: anything that you've been tuning into yourself that you want to do or stop doing, start doing, whatever it is, making a change. And if you ever get that little voice that comes in, and it's more a voice up here, not, doesn't come from within, it's more up here saying, oh, it's not aligned, so you probably shouldn't put that offer out, or you probably shouldn't go ask that person out for a date, or you probably shouldn't start that exercise, or whatever the story. Just be aware of it, because it's a sneaky little trickster energy that comes in, and actually it doesn't mean it has to feel comfortable. So what I did was I recognized it, I acknowledged that there was some nerves and some fear again, just because I haven't done it for a few weeks, and old stuff came up, and then I decided to notice it, observe it, remind myself that this action I'm about to take that doesn't feel as comfortable as it could is very aligned for me, so I'm going to just take action and do it anyway. And I say that because sometimes we can go on this like healing journey and try and heal and release and do the deep inner work for everything. Now, I'm massive fan, and personally and professionally on that, but there are times when that is not what's required. Actually, it's the doing, it's the just to do the thing. So now I've done the thing, I feel better. I feel good, I've connected, I've shared my message, and I know when I come back and do it tomorrow, it's just going to be easier because I'm just back in the swing of things, right? But a little bit of discomfort sometimes on anything, any area, is often, it's very natural. But sometimes if we're waiting to never feel the discomfort, we could be waiting for a very long time, right? So that is just my update, little message that came through just today. So I will be here tomorrow. I send you lots of love. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you here tomorrow. Okay, see you then.